Look at these guys. Very cool. Very cool. And a couple of snails. Hey everyone. Today I'm going to talk a little bit about my first foray into lobster hooping. Now, I gotta be honest, soaking bait and patiently waiting is really not my thing. I have some form of adult ADD, and so I much prefer running and gunning. As a matter of fact, I prefer the hunting aspect over the actual catching aspect. But I do enjoy trying new things, so I thought I would give it a go. I'm going to start with the equipment. For the hoops, I chose the Promar ambush nets. These nets will vary in size in terms of diameter from like 32 to 36. They're not really expensive, but the challenge is they are bulky. And if you're in a boat, no problem, but on a kayak, space is limited. So I went with the 32-inch diameter hoops. And because you can't hunt lobster, obviously, the number of traps that you have out will ultimately determine the success that you're going to have. I think you can have a total of 5 out there. 5 is a little bit unmanageable, so I went with 3 traps. Now then, I did buy the accessory kit, which comes with a nylon rope. I think it's about 75 feet. And then the bait cage is included, as well as a buoy. In retrospect, I probably would not buy the kit. I ended up using just the nylon rope. The bait cage here in Southern California is virtually unusable because the sea lions are completely out of control and they can apparently break into the cage and steal your bait. On top of that, you have to secure them with zip ties and whatnot, and because I am inherently lazy, I just didn't want to deal with that hassle. The problem with the buoy is they're hard to see at night, so I had to go a different route there as well. So I ended up going with a Promar bait tube that's made out of PVC. The lid just kind of pops on and off, and you don't have to deal with any kind of securing mechanism, i.e. zip ties and whatnot. I'm going to roll some video here. The lack of light makes it tough, and the audio from the GoPro is horrific as always. But if they say a picture is worth 1,000 words, then a video is probably worth 1,000,000. For the buoys, I chose gallon-sized orange juice containers. The containers are much sturdier than the average gallon milk jug. The flashlights are cheapies that run on AA batteries. For those of you who have been watching my fishing videos, y'all know that I don't leave home without my fish finder. Now you would think that at night a fish finder is not really that effective, but it turns out that it is. First of all, it'll show you exactly how deep it is underneath. That's kind of important. But really the most important thing is it gives you, the lay of the land. Of course, you want to be able to drop down your hoop on relatively flat ground. So using the fish finder, you can avoid the pointy areas, if you will. As far as where to drop down the hoops, I don't think lobsters are that complicated. I've been told that anywhere you have like a bunch of rocks, you're going to find lobster. So really, any kind of break wall, jetty, etc. is going to be lobster habitat. So I basically picked a spot about 20 yards from the rocks on some level ground in about 15, 17 feet of water. Obviously, if you drop the trap down in deeper water, you've got more work to pull up the traps from that depth. As far as the timing goes, I've been told that you should let the bait soak for like 20-30 minutes. So we were out there from sunset to about 7:30, maybe an hour and a half, and we didn't really expect to haul in a bounty, but it was fun, and we caught maybe like 8 shorties. The video is not that exciting. I mean, how exciting can video be of someone pulling up a lobster trap? And ultimately, my conclusion was that all of the low-hanging fruit have already been picked. We stayed exclusively inside the harbor where it was safe and comfortable. But I imagine hunting lobster is a little bit like fishing. I know that if I want to catch more fish or more interesting fish, then I've got to do what other people don't want to do. And that may mean going a little further or a lot further. And I have to be willing to take some risks, whether it be elements, wind, swells, fatigue, cold, etc. In essence, I have to be able to go outside of most people's comfort zones. I'm thinking next time around I'm going to do a little more running and gunning, go venture outside the break wall. But again, all in all, a fun experience, and I'm looking forward to going out again. Okay, I'm going to leave you with some brief footage. These guys were caught, I mean, literally within 100 yards of the launch. So this is it. First time, so I'm not really sure what the hell I'm doing. But the trap has been set. In about 15 feet of water, it's kind of level. So, and the rocks are, it's kind of hard to see, but they're about 20 yards away. The homemade buoy with the flashlight inside the OJ container, I don't know, it seems okay. So, marked it on my GPS, and I will come back in about, I guess, an hour. Look at these guys. They're all short, but these guys are all short. But look how many there are. Thanks again for dropping by, and good luck out there.